Starlink is a satellite internet service provided by SpaceX. As you all know, SpaceX CEO and founder is Elon Musk. Now, let's learn how it works without further ado. Think of Starlink like this. Imagine you live in a remote area where it's hard to get regular internet. Now, picture a bunch of small satellites circling the Earth closer than the big ones. These satellites make up Starlink. You set up a small satellite dish, kind of like a mini TV dish, at your home. It talks to these Starlink satellites flying by in the sky. When you want to use the internet, your dish chats with the closest satellite. That satellite passes your request to a special station on the ground that's connected to the regular internet. That station on the ground fetches the internet stuff you want, like websites or videos. Then it sends that stuff back up to the satellite, which beams it down to your dish. It's like having your own personal internet connection, even in places where it's usually tough to get good internet. The satellites and ground stations work together to make it all happen. In simple terms, it works like this: satellites in space. SpaceX has launched a network of small satellites into space, forming a constellation. These satellites orbit the Earth at relatively low altitudes. User equipment: to connect to the internet via Starlink, you need a user terminal, which is like a small dish or antenna that you set up at your home or location. It's designed to communicate with the satellites. Signals to space: the user terminal sends and receives signals to and from the satellites in orbit. It's kind of like a two-way radio conversation with the satellites. Data transmission: when you want to access the internet, your user terminal sends your request to the nearest Starlink satellite. The satellite relays your request to a ground station on Earth. Ground stations on the Earth's surface act as gateways to the broader internet. They receive your request, access the internet content you want, and then send it back up to the satellite. Satellite relay: the satellite then relays the internet data down to your user terminal. This two-way communication allows you to access websites, videos, and other online content. Fast internet: the low Earth orbit of Starlink satellites and the large number of satellites in the constellation help provide fast and reliable internet service, even in remote areas where traditional internet infrastructure may be limited. In essence, Starlink satellites help bridge the gap in internet connectivity, making it possible for people in rural or underserved areas to access the internet more easily.